That's nice.
Well then.
That's nice. That's like
That's lovely.
Hello and welcome to Bromance with me, Dom Lopresti. This is the first episode of Bromance.
First episode.
And that lovely, the deep, dulcet tones that you hear is also the amazing
Ben Stanley.
Ben Stanley
on the mic.
This is amazing. It's wonderful to finally have you here.
I'm pleased to be here.
There are a lot of firsts with this podcast. First episode. Should we start with that?
Yeah.
First episode of Bromance, the podcast where it's just
Dom
me.
Lopresti.
Dom Lopresti. Domenico Ambrose Lopresti.
Domenico Lopresti.
If anyone wants to steal my identity, just to read out a card number on my address.
Card number.
And a few brosifs, people I have a bromance with.
Professors. Broranosaurus rexes.
Fellow professors in the art of bromance.
Right.
And we ramble.
Banter.
There's a lot of reminiscing. There's a lot of nostalgia.
Nostalgia.
This could just be nostalgia cast.
Nostalgia's key.
Nostalgia cast. I prefer bromance.
I prefer Professor.
And we start with Ben, the original. You, I think,
the original
first person I ever called bro and had a bromance with.
The original rump shakers.
As I say that, we make heavy eye contact, as if.
For those of you who can't see this,
yeah, exactly.
It got intense.
Emphasising the romance.
And there's only us in the room.
More than the bromance.
That was a moment.
This is also the room where, if you keep banging your glass on the table, I'm gonna kick shit. So that's how comfortable I am with you.
Cat.
This is also the room where it all kicked off, where we recorded the first ever podcast. We set up the AMLO Productions website in this room. Crazy. We had a photo shoot in here, promo shoot. It's incredible. And we're back in that room. And
much history.
This is the first time we've recorded in that room for nearly 2 years. 1.5 years.
And it's the first time that I've been back in this room.
The first time you've been back in this room for
a couple of years.
Close to 6 months, maybe nearly a year.
Well, more than 6 months, probably more than a year.
6 months to a year. Do you think more than a year?
About
since
a year and a
we've been
half.
in this room.
About a year and a half since I was back. Yeah.
And not only that, but it's the first podcast in which liquid lubrication has been added into the equation. There's a third
right,
bro.
So just to clarify that, out of context, that might sound a bit weird.
With the heavy eye contact.
We've got our bro Captain Morgan on the side.
He's also in the room.
Combined with
other rum-based liquors are available.
Yeah. Liquid lubrication might.
Other liquid lubrications are available.
That might be in the second season.
The second season? Jesus Christ.
I'm thinking ahead.
How many episodes in a season?
Well, it depends. I mean, 10, 7.
So I don't think this is going to be your last podcast. I'm really happy about it.
It's not going to be if I have anything to say about it. If Captain Morgan does, it might be.
But also, we're going to change up who's with me. Maybe, hey, you buy yourself a mic. Maybe some weeks I'm not here. And it's just you and a bro.
Do you know what? I might do that.
More heavy eye contact. Anyway. So you are Mr. Ben Stanley.
Call me Ben.
We've reached that level.
Yeah, we have. At this point, I would have thought so.
It'd be weird to call you anything else other than your first name.
I mean,
how long have we been bros?
Papa Dom.
I'm gonna refrain from using that word too much. How long have we been friends? How long have we known each other?
I think how long have we been bros
is
more appropriate.
Were we bros right away?
We were. I think we were bros right off the bat. Whether we knew it or not is, debatable. But okay. I mean, right off the bat, I think this was.
How old are you?
4 years ago.
Sorry, it's like being on Parkinson. I'm just whipping questions at you left, right, and centre.
No, I think this
4
was,
years.
Yeah,
4 years we've been friends.
Well,
I think we've been friends longer than 4 years.
No, I think it's because I was 16. I'm 20, so I was 16.
So it's been 4 years.
Because I remember trying to get into the clubs with you guys when you were 18 and I was underage.
I mean, I didn't know this. I wasn't trying to escort a minor.
You would never, and I would never try to.
And now
insinuate.
Now that I know this, I feel a bit
well.
wrong.
I thought now that we're going live, with
passing
this,
over that,
yes, something that should come out.
What a way to break it to the world.
Well, there's only one way to do it.
So 4 years, wow. So I'm 2 years older than you. So I was 18 when we met.
It might be longer than 4 years. So 4 or 5 years.
4 or 5 years.
4 or 5 years.
So nearly half a decade we've been friends.
That's scary. That is.
And how did we meet?
Well,
where are you? Sorry, you're 20. We've established that.
20 years young.
You're Bristol-based, Ben.
Bristol-based as of now. Yeah.
As of now.
Yeah.
But you have a backstory. Where were you? Were you born in England? You were
born in England, born in London.
Born in London. Represent. Do you know the postcode?
Near Finsbury Park. Forgot the postcode.
Finsbury Park.
Yeah.
Nice. Okay.
So, you know.
Taking it way back. You were born in London.
Taking it way back till I was about 12 years old.
Yeah.
And I got shipped off to Florida.
12 years old when you were born.
Yeah.
Okay. But then
I born in London till I was about.
And then you moved to
Lived
Florida.
there till I was about 12. Moved to Florida. Wanted to get a tan. So
at 12.
That was my life goal.
At 12 you felt pale.
At 12, yeah. I mean, you know, some kids want to be policemen. I wanted to be brown.
You wanted to be brown. Okay. And then when did you come back?
Came back when I was 16.
Okay. So how long had you been in the UK for when we met?
I want to say a month.
A month. Okay.
A month, yeah. Very recently.
Really? You were only been in the UK?
No, genuinely, yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah,
for 4 years I've been walking around ignorant.
Wow. That's what I'm saying. This is the things exist. Things like this are gonna come out.
They're gonna flare up. And then so we met through Prince's Trust. Doing
the impeccable Prince's Trust. Doing a film course which they called me about when I just got to the UK, saying, well, my cousin who's a youth worker of sorts in London had given my information to the Prince's Trust.
Okay.
I got a call from them saying, do you want to do a film course? And coming from the States, you know, in Florida, where there's not too many free film courses out there.
No.
Just like, you know, what's going on?
I do
catch,
film.
You know.
Yeah, exactly.
And like, no, it's free. You get to work with all this expensive equipment. I'm like, oh, okay, well, I don't know how I'm going to get there. It's cool. We'll pay for your transportation. All right.
Did they pay for your transportation?
Yeah, no, they paid.
No, I think they did pay for mine.
You remember?
I remember hanging on to bus tickets.
They
Part of me was about to be really bitter for a second and change my mind about the whole process, but no, they did.
No, they paid for your transportation, so I was like, you know, obviously, what's going on? You know, what's the catch? No, just turn up here.
Yeah.
Just like, okay.
So they they did work with youths that were in vulnerable. Is that a good word?
I suppose vulnerable.
Vulnerable is
less
the all-encompassing word, I think.
Yeah, not very sort of.
So we weren't at the extreme.
Not very good financial situation.
Yeah. We weren't at the extreme end of that scale.
No, but we were definitely not in the best.
But we were,
circumstances.
Yeah, exactly.
I think at the time.
We wouldn't have had that readily available if this trust hadn't come along.
And it was, you know, free, and so I just sort of turned up and
we met there, and there was a group of 14 of us.
Was it 14?
Was it more than that? I think it was about 14.
I don't know. 14
Who
sounds
knows?
good.
It was 4 years ago. Yeah. Come on, guys. Give us a break. Back off. Yeah, exactly. Look, it was over a dozen.
Enough pressure.
Over a dozen, we'll put it that way. And then, we just kind of met.
Mr. Morgan's not helping me.
Is he not? Yeah. No, that's going to happen. So, we're going to get progressionally worse. We've had, like, the first...
Well, I'd say
fifth of the bottle.
Almost a quarter of the bottle.
Almost a quarter of the bottle. But we're still drinking that.
But this is
it's not gone yet.
No, this is going to keep...
But we'll keep you posted.
Yeah, so just so you know, this is happening while we're, you know...
So it's going to get shady. So we're going to get the important details.
It's going to get shady.
I'm going to kick your ass if you keep doing that.
Just so...
Get rid of it.
In case it's not edited out, just so everyone knows.
It's first podcast. So baby steps. But stop touching the table. Your pockets a minute ago were like full of change, so we were sat here sound testing.
This is just a habit that I have. You know, I like to think I'm a baller. You know, and I go out. You know, I spend my money. I don't want to spend change, so I get a note back. I get some change, put that in my pocket. Go up to the bar, see the guy next to me. He's spending a 20. I'm not going to spend this fucking silver that I have in my pocket. You know.
So I asked you to put your change on the table. You put it right next to the microphone while I've got headphones. Like a...
Well, I just wanted to see how well the microphone was operating.
Well, we'll let the I was going to say viewers, the listeners, be the judge of that.
Well, we weren't recording when that happened, so. But we can do it again if you want.
We can edit it in. We put it. No, don't, please don't.
Just to give you a little sense of how much.
Yeah, exactly. That was one coin. But yeah, no. I mean, I don't know about how you feel. There is something about working in that kind of group on a creative project every day that does something to you, that makes people friends that you wouldn't normally. That's more strong than like a work colleague bond. Personally.
So much more. Because I mean, I think, you know, with work, it's something that you make a living from, whether, you know, you love doing it or not. It is something that is mandatory, and that's, you know, you still definitely acquire, you know, a good amount of friends from it. But you know,
totally, I have amazing
a free course like that.
Yeah, as
you
well.
know, is something that, and especially we have to put your mind to something. It's sort of like having a school outside of school.
Because I have amazing work friends, friends that, you know, my friends forever. But the people you work with in that kind of creative work environment honestly become friends for life. And it's really sad because, like work colleagues, you leave the job and you often scatter. But we did quite well at staying together.
We did, yeah. I mean, it's one of the things with work is that...
me and you did have done quite well.
Yeah, it's a good point. I mean, I think stay in contact with a couple of others. But, yeah, I mean, they just weren't committed.
Because we made 2 projects together, didn't we?
2 projects, 2 short films that were...
2 short films.
Well, you know...
Very accomplished.
Played in the cinema.
I thought they were.
No big deal.
We had a premiere.
Yeah. Cinema Deluxe, Bristol.
This isn't just a
in case anybody wants to check out. Director's Lounge. But,
totally, yeah. And then, so we did one, which was the short film for us, which won the Young Community Award. Our film. So we're award-winning.
We're award-winning
short
actors
filmmakers
and
actors.
We
actually
slash,
photos.
I suppose you would say writers.
And we actually had a scene together, didn't we? Bizarrely,
we did have a scene together. Taken out of context, that could sound strange, but we did have a scene together.
Our scenes were together in that first film.
Yeah,
I totally forgot about that.
I hadn't thought about that in years.
Literally, but we were.
That was a good scene.
And then in the next one we weren't, but we still worked together. That's quite cool. We were on the radio together. Look at me lying.
God.
So okay, let's talk you through this. So we did a short film with the Princess Trust. Which was what was it called in the end? Bus Stop, yeah. Which is pretty good, if I say so myself. It was
it was alright for what we had. I mean, we had 3 weeks to write a script, think of a plot, find the people
in the
fit
other order
for acting.
We didn't write the script then. So yeah, put the correct parts, shoot it.
But essentially make a film in 3 weeks, a short film to last 13 minutes.
So we did pre-production and production in 3 weeks. As well as getting to know each other and getting to learn the equipment.
Yeah,
and the
equipment I think was a big one as well because I mean we were working with, especially the steady cams and things that we were working with was something that I had
top notch.
Yeah, a top notch. I mean, fair play to the Princess Trust. That was some
Forest
really
Lane.
good equipment.
That's a good shout out.
Forest Lane,
the production company we were
One
with.
Love.
One Love. But honestly, it was so cool. Like there is something about the lens you were with, and that was really cool. We had
Yeah, I mean, we were at the end of it, we'd all got along quite well. We went out on a few decent nights. Yeah. Ended up, you got married at one point.
I did, with a sweet ring.
Haribo.
As many people out there have, but
Haribo ring.
Not when they're 18.
Melted onto your finger.
Yeah.
In the morning.
No, that was the one after.
No.
Because
Scott was with us.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. I wasn't going to put him out there, but yeah. So we then, we made that
Scott
short film.
Could be anyone.
A few months later, we made a short film for Avon and Somerset Police because they liked the first short film so much.
Right, and we had, I think, about 200 subjects to cover in about 15 minutes.
Oh my god, can you do... Yeah.
It was a ridiculous amount of stuff they gave us.
But that one we had a script and we started working.
Yeah, it wasn't anything we had to we didn't have to sort it out.
That's pretty cool.
And we did the auditions. I felt so cool doing the auditions.
You haven't done the acting since.
Huh?
Have you done the acting since?
No, I mean, other than, in sort of random...
Bits and bobs.
But
we need to do more stuff.
We need to start a project, man.
I've been saying this.
Yeah.
Let's come back to that. We'll draw. Hey,
2 man.
When we're halfway through the bottle of Morgan's rum, we're going to revisit that. But yeah, we were going to try and start doing videos. But I just
betrayed by the country they love.
But yeah, so you started acting and you'd never done that before. And for the Avon Somerset Police project, we were promoting it on BBC Radio.
It was on it was BBC Bristol. Radio.
So we've actually done this kind of thing before, but professionally, listeners. So you got this for free.
You're welcome.
Yeah, exactly. And that was one of the most awkward experiences I've ever had.
I was quite nervous about it. And then I remember being in the BBC studio, like waiting to go in, and I was listening to this broadcaster inside, and it was an elderly guy, I don't remember his name. And but he was so professional, like inside, really posh, like on the radio. And then he comes out, and he's like talking to the receptionist, like, "Fetch us a cup of tea." Usually,
probably for the best, you don't remember his name because we just slandered his. I think I saw him doing lines of coke on the reception desk as well. Did you see that?
I mean, I caught a glimpse of something that was.
Wasn't he trying to sort out?
Definitely not paracetamol.
Yeah, exactly. And then he went back in and went, "Hello and welcome to Drive Time."
Is that all right, you slag?
Hi there. Yeah, he left.
Hey, and welcome back. We're on to our traffic with Ron Burgundy.
Yeah. You were listening to Smooth Jazz with me, Bernie McCall. Door closes. Where's my cup of coffee?
You slag.
Now we've got this letter from Gene in Southmead.
This is a nice young man who knows how to play the guitar.
But no, so that was really cool. Me, you, Dan, and their film reviewer. It was actually their film reviewer, wasn't it? So that was pretty cool. And we didn't know we were going to do that until the day of. I think me and you were we already together?
No, we knew. Yeah, we knew the day before. I think no, because but we were together because I was here. Yeah, and we went to the White Ladies Raid to do that.
Yeah, and no, I think it was the morning of. Dan was like, "Are you free this afternoon?"
It was. And
we were here, and we might have been a bit worse for wear, eating breakfast.
Definitely worse for wear.
And he was
I think we got sort of a miniature full English down us, and then we were just sort of up White Ladies Raid.
And then he was like, "Do you want to come on the radio this afternoon?" And we were like, Okay.
You're damn right.
Yeah, exactly.
Let me check my schedule.
Yeah, exactly.
Call my receptionist.
Nothing.
I think I can make it.
Show. Yeah, exactly.
I think I'm alright to go.
But no, that was pretty cool. And that
Cancel
was, again, another premiere at the Showcase Cinema.
Director's Lounge.
Director's Lounge, got a few important people, Q&A. We had a Q&A with that
we
one
did
as well,
with the some newspaper.
Yeah.
What newspaper
What
was it?
also was really funny was there was the group of school kids. I remember this. I've just
They came to see it.
That came to see it.
Right.
And they weren't in it. But you remember they brought in a group of school kids to see it and review it. And then the guy from the newspaper, the photographer, didn't realise that this group of young people had nothing to do with the film.
They were just there to review it, and he thought they were totally
it.
part of it.
So there's, I never bought the picture. I should have bought the picture because it'd be so funny to see it in the paper of all these like school kids. They're like holding up bottles, like glasses of champagne. Do you remember?
Yeah.
Can you all like cheers together? Oh yeah. They were like, we were at the back of the photo, like, sorry.
We were actually the people that did the thing. I was on the screen. We were the ones, but it's cool.
That's right. They were more photogenic than us.
They were a lot more photogenic.
They were.
We're made for the silver screen, not the
gritty realism.
Yeah.
But no, that was also really cool. I mean, the great thing about that one was we were working with sets, weren't we? We were actually in a sort of faux house.
It was amazing because we had the what was it? What centre was it called? Down by
Create Centre.
Bedminster. Create Centre. That was amazing because we had two makeshift houses. Because they sort of took younger kids around there on things to sort of teach them about life skills and such. And we had the cooperative that was like
that was there
basically a like exact image of any cooperative you see out there in two houses.
Go there again? I think we should.
It was amazing. I remember taking took a video of me and another guy that worked on the film.
Oh yeah, we were like robbing the shop.
Yeah, we pretended like we were robbing the shop. Not that that wasn't even funny, but. But
well, it's a visual gag. Never talking about a podcast. But it looked so genuine. It looked like you had.
It looked so genuine. I was taking it on my phone, and it was like I was looking around, like pushing the cart through this door, and then just literally emptied every shelf of all this alcohol. But it was fake alcohol in the cooperative, and then just ran out. And there was a fake car parked outside the cooperative, so you just see in the video this fake car, and like my mates like screaming after me, like. Go, go, go. So it was definitely interesting. I showed that to so many people in the States. And genuinely, they were just like, "Oh my god, you were involved in the riots?
You were involved in a robbery?
You're damn right I was. It's crazy over here."
But yeah, and then you went back to the States for a bit, and I went on to continue to try and be an artist.
That's the thing. You told me you were going to be an artist, and I was like, "Oh, I'm out."
You were like, "Do you know where I can be an artist? In Florida, where it's hot."
Yeah.
But no, they were good. Those were a really. Was that all in 1 year?
Yeah,
I think that all happened in 1 year.
If
when
not,
we first got to know each other.
Yeah, because I mean, I didn't stay for usually longer than a year, so maybe like a year and 2 months, something like that.
And that was one of the best years I've had in Bristol.
It was so much fun
working on that.
I think the second film was
kind of getting it going.
The second film was a lot of fun. I think the first film was
because we were in a rhythm.
Yeah, and we didn't have to.
There was less pressure.
We didn't have to do as much work, which was awesome.
Well, speak for yourself. I was.
Yeah, but you know, okay.
But come on, I put Boss Man hat on.
You did. Papa Dom turned on.
Papa Dom
turned on.
So let's talk.
I was just having a good time with the wheelchair.
So Papa Dom.
How
many? Shaka Khan. Papa Dom. Papa Dom. Rocky Buddy. Anyway. Oh god. We've been singing like a lot.
But singing, it's Christmas time.
That's just what happens. Yeah. I don't know when I'm going to put this out.
Whenever this comes out, for the record, now
it's Boxing Day.
I'm staring at a Christmas tree as we speak.
It's Boxing Day. And
this is whenever
this is how committed we
whenever
are.
this may come out. You look, yeah. Whenever
the
this
art.
may come out.
I look
This is
what?
Boxing Day. You've got a bit of a Christian Bale look going on.
Really?
If I'm not, if I'm gonna be.
I can, yeah.
I don't know how. I don't know why I just sort of noticed that, but
yeah.
yeah.
Well,
with
there you go. I've got
quite sunken cheeks as he does in
what?
some roles.
I'm not Batman Christian Bale. We'll put that out there.
No. Don't flat yourself. I was talking more like fighter.
The fighter, what? With the hair in it? No. I've got a little bit of a mustache and a bit of a tiny beard.
Yeah, well, that kind of, that's the kind of facial hair that
an upcoming role.
Do you cut it here?
We're talking about my face on a podcast, but yeah. I shave here.
Yeah.
I'm smoothing my cheeks.
We can cut
my
this
face.
out.
Yeah, no, we'll leave it in. Golden. You said I look like Christian Bale. I'm taking that.
Well, in certain films.
Yes. And yeah, so it's mostly under my chin and on my jaw and a mustache for a part set in the early 1900s, late 1800s. So I'm, facial hair's good, so I'm trying to look classical. Growing the hair
go
out
for the
as well.
barbell.
I'm letting the sides get longer. I don't know if you can see this. I've got mustache wax as well.
Have you? Can I get some?
Would you like? You were rocking the beard as well.
Yeah, but I could just do it up and then just go mental.
You wouldn't recognise us in our films. Our fresh-faced youth. Now we look like
you wouldn't, honestly, man. Like I had someone watch my film. My film. That sounds so pretentious.
My film.
But no, a girl in the States. She's like
pretentious would be, I don't know, making an entire podcast where you just chat to your friends. That might be a bit pretentious. But anyway, you ham it up.
It sounds
your film.
It doesn't sound good, does it?
Yeah.
Oh, that sounds so bad. I take that back. Cut that out.
Snip it. It's gone.
Snip it. It's gone. Take that out.
Yeah.
It's horrible. But yeah, one of the girls was checking out our film, but we didn't even have any part in directing. Forest Lane, shout out.
We're sat here like, big deck on campus.
Yeah.
It was all... Anyway, go on. So she saw you.
Yeah, she literally just like,
Have I met this woman?
You know the whole ham?
Have I met this woman?
No.
Okay.
You haven't met any of the girls in the States.
Oh, okay. Yeah, no, of course not.
But
did you hear that?
girls. Oh, that sounds terrible as well, doesn't it?
Any of the ladies in the States.
Oh man, I'm not making a good case for myself. So this is the first and last episode that Ben's on. Bromance. But yeah, no, she watched it and literally, that whole sort of cameo in the beginning.
Yeah.
Where it's showing everyone's faces. She skipped past me. She didn't know. Baby faced, mop of hair. But I quite like that. It's quite cool. It's like,
I was very moppy as well.
I felt a bit like Batman. Because I'm walking around Bristol and I know that it's played in schools, but none of these recognise me.
I didn't realise that.
Yeah.
Oh god, it's played in schools.
It's played in schools around Bristol.
I look good in the second one.
But I'm walking around and I see
proper.
kids in school uniforms getting off the buses and I'm like, you probably saw my face today, but you have no idea. Cape Crusader, not all heroes wear capes. Even
I look quite smart in the second one. I realised I had to smarten up for that. Whereas now I'm in the.
I just look like a.
I'm in between. Well, you were supposed to.
That was the whole point.
Yeah. You see why I got the role I did now, right? Like,
yeah.
I got quite a serious.
I remember I turned up like the second day in trackies, not meaning I was just wearing trackies, and Dan was like, "Oh, good, you dressed for the part." I was like, "Yeah, totally."
Yeah, the chubby part.
I totally meant to do that.
Well, he cast me as the in the first one. Do you remember? And like tried to embarrass me.
Posh prick.
Tried to embarrass me in front of the at the Q&A.
Yeah, and then yeah.
So he said, "Sorry, yeah." Again, we're stood there. There's quite a lot of important people at this premiere. Again, just wanking each other off, like just giving each other handies.
Just crying.
Yeah, exactly. But yeah, so quite an important premiere. Full of people there. Might get future work and so on, which we did. Let's not forget.
No, we did. Yeah.
And he says, "Oh, can you tell us a bit about the part you're playing?" "Oh yeah, I played this guy. Oh, he was a bit of a dick, really." And then he went, "Oh yeah, so why do you think we gave you that part?" Like in front of the room full of people, and then he lost me, and then it descended into madness.
Yeah, and then
I ended up touching his beard. I wouldn't answer his questions.
Yeah, he just sort of awkwardly reached for his facial hair. I don't know what happened there, but no, that was good.
And that was a bone of contention for his, because then, do you remember at the beginning of the next shoot where he was saying like, "Oh yeah, we did this thing, lots of French people there," in front of a big audience, and Dom just stroked my beard for the entire.
Yeah, then he walked because he was moving along the line, wasn't he? Like, "This is Dom. How was your experience?" Then he got to me and it was like, "Ben, what's your name?"
Yes. But it was good.
You take a fucking guess, Dan.
We clearly, yeah, exactly. Ben, based in Bristol, 20. But no, it was good.
Bristol-based Ben.
Great experience. And then we've just stayed close ever since.
We did.
And it's that thing of, no matter how long you spend apart, while you've been in the States and I've been, trying to be an actor places,
I'm just like a boomerang.
we meet again and it's like no time has passed. We can just
It's true.
We can just do it.
Because we met up in Bath. I think it was last month, and it was just literally just.
Well, we were trying to do some filming then.
Got a couple of wine. Well, we did, but
it didn't work out. It just didn't work out.
According to you, it looked like it was filmed on a potato.
On a potato.
Potatoes.
Yeah. It could have. Yeah.
Boil them, mash them, stick them in a stew.
I went.
Have you seen that?
I've seen what?
It's from
potatoes.
Yeah.
I've seen potatoes from time to time.
Well, no, not. Oh, okay.
I ate some today.
Well, you're not a fan of Lord of the Rings, but
no, I'm not.
It's like this remix they make of the
okay.
bit where he's like talking to where he's talking about potatoes. He's like, potatoes.
Can I tell you about the meal?
Boil them, mash them, stick them in a stew, and then they make sort of like a remix. Boil them, mash them, stick them in a stew. Boil them, mash them, stick them in a stew. Potatoes.
We'll see if you can get a wrap out of this. Right. Big
You're welcome.
Meal. Again, Boxing Day. Big bowl of pasta for starters with just plain.
What was this yesterday?
This was today. Big bowl of pasta, plain tomato sauce. That goes down fine. We start meals with pasta if I ever eat at this family member's house. And
the Italian.
Yeah, and then
how did I know?
The main meal comes, right? Italian sausage. So that's pretty good so far.
So amazing.
Cooked in like a tomato sauce, more tomato, with peas. Potatoes. Some potatoes that have been roasted and are red hot, and some potatoes that are cooked in the sauce and cold and still quite hard. So that's an interesting.
So they've got two kinds of different potatoes.
We've got two kinds of different potatoes.
Mentalist.
I ate one potato and was like,
like that.
This potato's a bit cold, a bit hard. Well, clearly taken out of the oven too soon.
Was it like you mixed them both and then it kind of just
put another one in my mouth?
Well?
Fucking burnt the entire inside of my mouth because that one had just come out of the oven. And I was like, with a Yorkshire pudding, right, and a hard-boiled egg. This was the main meal. And
Today?
Yeah, and then the two guys sat either side of me, didn't want their egg, so I ended up with 3 boiled eggs.
And why'd you take them?
Because they were. I was hungry.
You're trying to shove
Boxing Day. Yeah, exactly. But nuts. Imagine that for a meal, and then dessert. No, they weren't raw eggs.
Well, I was just saying, if they were. Yeah, I did watch the first.
You watched Rocky today, so
I did.
Raw eggs. You're all about that.
He eats so many. I was so impressed, and it was it was one shot as well. You can tell the Morgans starting to flow. But yeah, it was one shot as well. He gets up from the bed.
Liquid lubrication. Sorry to interrupt.
Liquid lubrication. That sounds so strange when you say that. But yeah, no, he gets up from the bed and it's all one shot, and he breaks like 2, and you're like, okay, Bruce Lee, what you think you're hard? And then he breaks another one, and you're like, oh, okay, well, you mentalist. And then like 3 more later, and then just chugs it and just jumps out of his door and starts running. It's like, yeah, whatever. That's my morning routine. It's not really.
My cousin did that.
Did he?
He got salmonella.
That's so. Because I imagine so many people tried that after watching.
I've done it. I used to during my gym days.
Go on then, and again.
Yeah, we're not going to tell that story.
But we are going to tell that story.
No, we're not.
You just wait till we get
once
some
we
more
get to the bottom of the
Captain
wagon. Yeah, exactly.
That story's coming out.
Mate, it's really not. If we tell it, I'm going to cut it. So
I'm going to tell it. It's not going to get cut either.
So I used to have protein shake with milk and a raw egg. Just all mixed up.
That's not too bad.
Full fat milk, raw egg.
Because protein shakes are quite... Well, they can be bad, but they can be quite nice.
This wasn't good, and it had a raw egg in it. So.
Well, why'd you put a raw egg in?
Because the guy I went to the gym with used to like. Did you ever meet Danny? I don't think you did.
Was this the mentalist who?
Let's be careful about what we say. The body.
When I say mentalist, okay, just to be fair, so everybody knows, I describe everyone as a mentalist.
Yeah.
Okay, so if somebody calls me up and says, "Oh, how you doing?" I'll be like, "Oh, you're mentalist."
Yeah.
Okay.
Bodybuilder.
So I'm not saying anything against anyone.
Bodybuilder turned security guard.
You don't know where I live, so.
Used to be like, fucking bit of egg, bit of full fat milk. So I used to just
I thought about it because my dad. I was watching Rocky with my dad actually, and he was like, "You ever had a couple of raw eggs?" I was like, "Nah."
Should we do it now? There are probably some in the kitchen.
I'm not sure.
Just in between a bottle of Morgan.
What, in between Captain Morgan?
It is a
raw
podcast,
eggs.
so we could just say we did it. Oh, this is disgusting.
Oh my god!
Yeah, exactly.
I downed it. Didn't
I? Totally.
No. But yeah, no. He's like, you ever tried it? I'm like, no. He's like, I think it's quite nice. I usually have mine with hot sauce. And my dad's got quite a posh voice, so like hearing him say that's quite. Yeah, no, I've never. I don't know. Yeah, sketches me out.
What, raw egg? I've been doing poached. I've been eating a lot.
Because I've seen a lot of people get like salmonella and stuff from it.
No,
back when Bruce Lee was doing it. I mean, I
can
can do different stuff and get a Christmas tree body, can't I?
Christmas tree body, is that what it's called?
Yeah.
What? Since when?
It's the originator. Christmas tree body. Because he has the...
Okay, let me just talk you through what Ben just did. You kind of pulled your arms up as if you were about to flap like a bird, and then as if you were like throwing salt on your armpits, you were sort of indicating to the side. So yeah. So
I was just describing the muscles.
These ones?
Sort of here. On your... No, like more towards your back.
Okay.
Which, like, you know,
here, your traps.
Yeah, traps, that's the one.
Okay.
Sorry,
That's alright.
Captain's...
Again, you didn't have the friend that was like dead on, you're going to eat what I eat, you're going to lift what I tell you to
traps
lift.
are a pretty obvious one. It just sort of, you know, had a little brain malfunction.
Yeah.
But, yeah, no, like, Bruce Lee was the original. Because that's what they call it, the Christmas tree body, because it comes up like this, like a Christmas tree.
He is my new hero.
Bruce Lee?
Very recently.
He's always been my hero.
Like, I respected him, and I like the guy. But only recently has he become like a Yoda for me.
Oh, he's I've always been... Do they have, like, a name? Like, because, I mean, they got Believers, don't they? What would be a name for, like, a Bruce Lee?
Bruce Lee fan.
Yeah.
Believers. For Justin Bieber.
For Biebers, they've got Believers. Kill them all.
Do you remember when he said Anne Frank would be a believer?
Oh, man, I heard about that.
I hate that.
That's insane. Did you see? I saw the interview after, and he was just like, I just meant, like, if my music was around when she was around, and she maybe might have liked the genre.
Like, oh my god.
That is I mean, it might have been somewhere along those lines with the interview, but what is the matter with him? He's just so thick,
I'm really worried about him.
He's just so thick.
I feel like I want to be like, Bieber, are you okay? Do you want a hug?
Do you?
I sort of think, like, he's harmless, ultimately.
But I feel like, as he leans in for the hug, you would just headbutt him.
Maybe I would, with my raw eggs.
Down a couple of raw eggs.
But
as soon as, yeah.
I don't know, I just feel
and he
like...
said, what did he say?
He's so young as well.
What is he, 21?
Okay,
20?
so he's our age, great. No worries. He's so young.
No, because he's portrayed as, like, I mean, he's got a little baby face on him. No, let's not get into that.
So we just both
we got
like it. Anyway,
all this facial hair just gets to your head. Right, we strayed way off the trail there.
I don't remember what we started. Do you know what I mean? Drinking and a podcast. I don't know how this.
It's such a good combination.
What I might do instead of, hey, if you're listening to this, then might cut that bit out. But instead of like just normally, right? I'm gonna take you behind the curtain, if you will, of the podcast. Not like we're the only ones on the internet that do it, and nobody knows how it's done. But, you know, normally there's a minimal amount of editing that goes into each one. Some of them are so amazing. I just... sorry for the Captain Morgan pouring there, but we're at that stage. You can give me a bit more. Look at you, Ben the Gent. Oh, God, what was I talking about? Yeah.
You're talking about Behind the Curtains.
So normally, you know, they're
Behind the Curtains.
Minimal editing.
Is that a song? I
have no idea. You know, you just sort of put it straight up. Whereas what I might do is just kind of go 20 minutes into the podcast, play us talking quite normally for like 10 minutes, then 40 minutes into the podcast, and then it's us kind of, well, fucking...
Wow, fucking...
an hour
Bieber.
in. Seagulls are dirty birds.
This is going to be interesting by the end of this.
That's me filling a glass, not weeing, just for anybody at home.
We don't. Well, we do at some point, but we usually do it in the toilet. Yeah.
Everything.
We don't.
I had a...
Who does that?
Yeah.
Nasty people.
Maybe not right next to the mic.
I think it sounds nice.
I suppose I can edit all this.
Be like refreshing. Whoever's listening, you can just play this over and over before you go to sleep.
If you didn't need the loo
and it'll
before
be like
you started listening.
It'll be like a waterfall. How much is that? Cool.
I've watered mine down a bit, but you gave me...
Have you watered yours down?
Well, I put more mixer in it.
Oh, that's not water.
This is the
mixer, isn't it?
This is the drink.
That's fine.
The drinking podcast.
I know. So I'm drinking, isn't it?
Mate, I've got to be up for a coach tomorrow.
Well, I've got to be at my cousin's.
Okay, so there we go. A brutal insight into what we do.
It's cool.
What next? What do you want to talk about?
What next?
Takes on a mystical magical tour. Is it?
Mystical magical tour. Well, I mean, we could have a brief talk about Rocky. I mean,
I think it's amazing.
I watched the
honestly,
first one today and finished it.
I don't think I will ever get bored of those films.
But then again, you've seen the Escape Plan recently, which
Jesus Christ.
Oh my god.
Vinnie Jones is still working.
Have a nice day. For any of you who haven't,
Spoilers.
seen the escape plan, you need to watch it.
So, yeah, I mean...
And I do a terrible Arnold Schwarzenegger impression. So
I was pleasantly surprised at the two of them
awful.
together in a movie.
I was, but it just seems so, I mean, like, spoiler alert, okay, for anyone who hasn't watched it, Arnold Schwarzenegger's the badass. And he shouldn't really be, should he? I mean, because he comes up and it just does, just, you know, you just think, sit down.
But I think of the two of them, he is more badass, whereas Sylvester Stallone is the more everyday hero.
Okay, I mean, when you break it down to sort of raw, I guess it's a word, badassedness.
Yeah.
Okay, Schwarzenegger definitely is up there.
The Terminator.
I mean, you got Terminator.
Conan.
Definitely.
He's sort of these big warrior types.
Definitely. But then you have,
John
like
Kimball.
you said, you know, everyday
cookie
hero.
down.
You know, you've got Rambo, you've got Rocky.
Yeah.
You've got everyday sort of, everyone's
The
rooting for
underdogs.
this guy.
The underdogs that you root for,
Exactly, everyone's rooting for this guy. But, you know, seeing him in the escape plan 2 days ago and then watching Rocky for the first time, like, Jesus. He's aged, but that guy's, I mean, if I'm at that shape when I'm that
His
age,
yeah. He did get caught. I'm
looks
sorry.
like he could punch through a mansion
Stallone
in the face.
I love you. You are the reason I do what I do, probably. But he did get caught trying to bring in steroids to Australia.
Oh, I can believe it. Have you seen his arms?
Yeah, exactly. Because he's not that big a guy. He's not very tall.
He's not. No, but he's always been stalky, hasn't he?
Yeah.
But I mean, no, his arms, man, looks like. I mean, the veins on that. No,
he looks like he's so gangly. As well, his arms. I always feel like his arms
they
are
look
sort of too
very
long
sort
for
of
his body.
separated from his body,
like someone's added.
and
them
not
right
in the
after.
way where like you bodybuild and you can't put your arms down.
Yeah.
It's just like his veins are saying, nope, you're not getting any closer to your hips, or your blood will cut off.
Yeah. But he's cool again. Hugely watchable.
Oh, massively.
And it just goes. They are good together.
That undecipherable tone at this age.
I'm going to say it was more fun watching them in that movie than it was The Expendables.
Oh yeah, well I mean I think The Expendables was just sort of a fun
Farce.
Exactly.
But watching them in that was kind of like, yeah, I like this. This is cool.
I mean The Expendables is just, you know, pure badassedness. We're bringing that back.
Yeah.
And yeah, but I mean,
I'm not in here to make friends. I don't want to be your friend. I want you to. If you need anything, let me know. I'll do you a favor.
no, because he doesn't even say that. He's just like, if you need a favor, and then just points himself
him,
in the
yeah.
safe. Like,
I want to
who does that?
You're always looking around. What are you looking at?
I've got such a bad accent. I'm going to leave that to you.
In this prison, we're clearly underground. Everything is vertical. I see. You've done time before? A little, maybe. Who knows?
Oh my god, that's the best.
These days are good eyes. Tell you what, it could be a Captain Morgan and all the impressions.
Oh, if you guys could see the face.
Adrian! Come on.
What do you think about the fight, Rocky? Adrian!
Come on, I've had enough things in my face today.
Adrian!
Rocky!
I love you! Oh, I got too far.
Where's your hat?
You want to do me a favor?
Yeah.
Take off these glasses.
Anytime you'll need a favor.
Right. So that was... If you guys... if anybody could have seen those faces that just happened, that would have been amazing.
Dylan, you son of a bitch. Somebody, I can't remember where I heard it, but somebody suggested we should have a... You know there's like a Talk Like a Pirate Day.
There's a what day?
There's a Talk Like a Pirate Day.
Pirate Day.
Should we find out when Talk Like a Pirate Day is?
Oh, no, you know what? I've heard of that.
When everyone talks like a pirate and sounds like they're like us from Bristol.
It's like National Pirate Day or something.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, but not all pirates sound like they're from Bristol. Surely, you know, there's...
But I reckon there should be...
But surely, like, you know,
suggested.
we don't know. There's, like, plenty of pirates that must have talked, like, you know, f***ing war, like...
Well, no, this is the thing.
From London. You have to have some London pirates in there, don't you?
Because there's something about, like, arr, that's
Right.
quite Bristolian and West Country.
Of course, yeah.
And
you
Cornwall, because they were all sailors from around the coast. September 19th, for the listeners at home. Is
Kill him under the deck.
Hello, how you do? Yeah. Make him walk the plank.
Walk the plank.
But somebody suggested there should be a talk.
String him up.
There should be a
Bottle of rum.
bottle of rum. Full circle.
We did, yeah, actually.
Captain Morgan.
That was the bottle.
There should be a talk like Schwarzenegger Day,
Schwarzenegger.
where everyone just talks like Arnold. Everyone talks like Arnold for the whole day. It's not a tumor.
Oh, you just literally sprayed all
Did I?
over my face.
Oh, I'm sorry, man.
Say it, don't spray it, brother.
Well, Arnold sprays
That
it.
sounded so bad, didn't it?
Arnold sprays it, so...
But what
I'm gonna
about,
spray
wouldn't it be like so embarrassing for the people that couldn't do a Schwarzenegger accent? They'd just be walking around like not talking, and they'd be like, "Why aren't you talking? Get to the chopper." And they'd just be like,
Why aren't you talking? Do the voice. Get to the chopper. It's all bullshit. My favourite Arnold Schwarzenegger quote. Yeah, I mean, everyone, if you found us on the internet, then no doubt you found the 160 Arnold Schwarzenegger quotes video. And for me, where it's just all of his quotes. Have you not seen it?
No.
I'd recommend just Google Arnold Schwarzenegger quotes. It's like 10 minutes of all the best Arnold quotes. But my favourite...
How do you rank the best?
Well, my favourite is one that's completely out of context. I don't know what movie it's from. If you're this far into the podcast, answers on a postcard as to what movie this is from, if you know at home. But this woman throws a cake at him with the word shit iced into it. She throws it and he dodges it. And then he just looks back at her and he goes, "You shouldn't drink and bake." and that's the entire...
Oh my god.
And I think the new Bromance slogan should be, "You shouldn't podcast
And drink.
and drink." Yeah, you shouldn't drink and podcast.
No, but I think it should be the opposite.
Is it? You should drink a podcast.
Yeah. Or maybe just, "You shouldn't podcast sober."
Maybe, yeah, exactly. But
It's working
so
for me.
good.
I can
Yeah,
tell you
yeah.
that. Can this thing pause? Because I need to take a tinkle.
You need to wee. We've never had to have a loo break before on a podcast.
What is it?
I mean, I need to go as well, but I'm just manning up about it, holding it in.
Fine.
In fact, I don't even know.
Let's keep it going.
I don't even know how we pause on the mic. To be brutally honest, that's how much this scenario has never come up before. Do we stop it and then just start the recording again? Part 2?
Well, surely there's a way like you can stop it and then just like with video, right? Just
What, like VHS? Is that what you're referring to?
no.
You're also going to
no,
roll a cigarette, are you? Okay. So that's part 1.
Well, like surely there's a way you can just sort of like.
Should we take a commercial break for you to
Commercial break sounds great.
to wee
Yeah.
in?
Yeah, but I'm sure there's some way you can just sort of like.
I don't know. I
Pause
don't want
it.
to experiment. What happens if I lose the entire first half?
There's no way.
What happens if I lose the entire, like nearly? Don't.
There's a pause button.
Do not. Yeah, but that's when you're playing it back.
There's got to be a way to just sort of like.
It's alright. We'll stop it and then we'll start it again. If you
And
want.
then edit it together.
Yeah, like seamless.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm gonna leave all this in.
Seamless.
Maybe seamless.
We
Maybe
don't have
not
to leave
seamless.
any of this out.
We could
So
just-
guys know what's going on. Don't smoke.
Yeah. Okay then. Yeah, we'll take a break. Okay. Do you want me to pause it now, or should we just keep going until the end?
We can keep going until I finish.
Okay.
mine.
Till you finish rolling. Favorite Arnold movie. Favorite Stallone movie.
Well, I'm gonna make an admission right now. I haven't seen that many Arnold movies.
Okay.
But it's got to be the second Terminator.
That's gonna be my choice. Good
It's
work.
got to be the second Terminator. Stallone. To be fair, I just watched the first Rocky today.
So it's gonna be that.
So
Do you think?
it's a tough one because I mean I've loved Rambo.
Rainbow. I love Rainbow.
I got that mixed up. No, I love Rambo, but having seen the first Rocky movie, it would have to switch to that for now.
Because it's fresh in your mind.
For now, but I mean, I haven't watched the rest, so.
For me, okay. So let's make this more interesting. For me, Rocky 2 is
Rocky II.
the best.
Right, well, I haven't watched it yet.
That's fine. So let's make it more interesting. Best Arnold movie without the Terminator franchise. Best Stallone movie without the Rocky franchise. That's quite an interesting question.
That is. Well, like I said,
If I do say so myself, that's quite an interesting question.
like I said, with Schwarzenegger, man, I've watched barely any films of his. I mean, I think outside of Terminator, I've seen, what was the one he did about with his little boy at Christmas?
Jingle All the Way.
Jingle All the Way, which was terrible.
I put that cookie down.
I mean, as a like, you know, sweet little Christmas movie, I think it's good. But I mean, outside of that, like I said, from the movies that I've watched, I'd probably have to say Escape Plan.
Yeah.
because I've just had so limited experience of it. But that was, cheesy. But I thought at the same time, I'm not going to say Expendables.
So you're going to put them both together? Escape Plan, favourite Stallone, favourite Schwarzenegger outside of that?
No. Definitely for
Arnold.
Schwarzenegger. But I think for Stallone...
We can't have a long pause, man. You need
can't. Yeah, no, it's a tough one.
It's an audio experience.
Yeah, it is. It's a tough one. Because I'm either going to go with possibly the first Rambo. Because I love the first Rambo.
I think it has to be Rambo.
I love the first Rambo. And I think Expendables isn't.
There's one scene in Expendables 2 rather, where Stallone runs into a hangar. And he runs like Buzz Lightyear runs in Toy Story. Just kind of do you know what I mean? Arms really far out.
That's how his arms are. They've just done that now. It's just there's no going back.
He looks like
that's how he runs. When he jogs in the morning, he has to have like a 5-foot radius on all around.
Now
him.
he does. He used to get those like heavy stints, like the first Rocky. He was
the
running
first
along
Rocky,
by
he was
by the ship.
really sprinting.
And he gets
really
that speed.
sprinting.
Yeah.
That was awesome. Because that's the first Rocky. Then wasn't that like the first Steadicam? Which was wicked, man. Like I was watching that today, and I was watching this, and I was just
when
like,
they go up the steps.
This is it. Yeah. This is it.
Because me and the director of the films we were in, I don't want to say we argued,
Mr. Lane.
But there was Steadicam, and I was like, yeah, Rocky was the first film that used the Steadicam. The inventor actually had to use the Steadicam in the film, and he went, no, The Shining was the first film with the Steadicam, Stanley Kubrick, and I was like,
sure about that.
Listen, Dan, you're more wise than me in many ways, but I fucking know Rocky, right?
Well, that's why I was so shocked that I hadn't seen any.
Yeah, and then
you've let me down.
We had to Google it, as we do in this day and age. We don't fight things out.
No, it's true. It's true.
You just go.
So true, man.
Google or no, like when's what we should have done. When's Talk Like a Pirate Day? Oh, I bet it's this date. I bet it's that date. And then we'd see.
Pop it in on the internet.
But no, don't worry. I'll just Google it.
Yeah.
Just slow roll. We Googled it. Rocky was made before The Shining, and I cut him down. I like to think he took me more seriously after that.
I hope he did.
As an actor.
I hope he did.
As
a professional.
As a creative presence. Yes. So, man, should we draw a line under this as part 1? I think they can be 2 separate episodes, because this is 51 minutes.
I think we should just keep it going after I
51.
Take a break.
Yeah, we'll take a break.
Keep it going.
What, all one episode? Look, this might be.
We could do part 1 and part 2. Has it really been that long?
We've been recording for 54 minutes.
Mate, this is good. I like what's going on right now.
You've definitely not been listening for 54 minutes because I'm going to edit the shit out of this and make it hot.
Definitely not been listening. What do you mean?
What's that?
What do you mean I haven't been listening?
Well, as in they won't have been listening because if I edit it, it will get shorter.
Oh yeah, no, I see what you're saying.
But yeah, so we'll have.
What do you mean have a good night?
Oh Jesus Christ! Anyway, we were buying alcohol and I got approached by a guy that offered me cocaine, and then I said, "No, thank you. Have a good night."
And at which point the guy turns around. What do you mean have a good night? You're very smiley, aren't you?
Well, no, they were separate. He went, "What do you mean have a good night?" And I was like, "Well, it's fairly self-explanatory, mate." Like I didn't say that to him, but obviously
in as many words.
How do you? Yeah, exactly. I was just like. I just stared at him, I think. Did I say anything? I don't know.
No, you did, because he was like, what do you mean have a good night? Well, I mean, enjoy your night. Have a good,
yeah, exactly.
Because he said to you, he was
like... Because I don't even remember what I said, because I was quite shocked that there was even...
Yeah, no, because he said, because you were like, he said, have a good night, and then you were like, have a good night, mate. And he was just like, what do you mean have a good night? And I was stood there on the phone like, what's going on?
And then I was like, I said what, I don't know, just enjoy your night.
Enjoy your night, mate. Like,
and
have a good
you're
time.
very smiley.
Yeah, you're very smiley,
and I think I smiled to say, yeah, have a good night, like, on your way, like, don't offer me cocaine.
No, just...
Or I don't want to buy cocaine off you. And then, and then while shocked, I still had that sort of...
You were just sort of staring at it with this. Yeah, I just sort of got off my phone and like pulled you out of there. Like we're going into the shop.
And then I was like, I can not smile. I can not be smiley. And then my face kind of dropped, which probably didn't help the situation.
No, because you were like, well, I can not smile if you prefer.
And I don't think I was aggressive. I don't think I was angry.
No, you weren't at all.
Anyway,
he was just a dick.
So, hey, we're happy to be back.
Happy to be back in
where the Genesis
This is good. This is going well.
The AIMLO network. Do you think so? Anyway,
This is going well.
so Mplate, call to action. If you like Bromance,
Subscribe.
even though this is the first episode, you can find us.
Get on the wagon.
You can find us at SoundCloud/AIMLO Productions. You find all the AIMLO podcasts, including No Laughing Matter.
SoundCloud/AIMLO Productions.
Yep.
That was said very fast.
No Laughing Matter, The Fourth Wall, a great podcast we've got going. If I do say so myself, after half a bottle of Morgan's
If you
Rum.
would like to see our beautiful faces in the future, we may be coming out with some more episodes of No Laughing Matter.
What's that? No, that was a web series. Who's Laughing Now?
Who's laughing now?
Which may never
But
see the light of day.
It may.
You can follow us on Twitter at AIMLOPro. Go to our Facebook page, which is facebook.com/ you guessed it. You guessed it, Ben. AIMLO Productions.
AIMLO Productions.
Or go to aimlopro.com for all of the AIMLO Productions content. I think that was good. I like that in play.
I like it.
Where can they find you, Ben? You're Ben Stanley.
They can find, well,
You're not on
if you want to
Twitter,
find
though, are
me,
you?
just have a stroll around Bristol
Okay,
at some
yes.
point. I'm
I
usually
look
out and
nothing
about
like I am in the
on Thursday nights, Friday nights and Saturday nights. Catch me in any location around sort of Stokes Croft. Also, if you're very intent on giving me a little chin wag, catch me on Facebook.
Stanley, because you're not on Twitter, are you?
No, I'm not on Twitter.
You should be on
I don't
Twitter.
do the whole Twitter sphere thing.
I like Twitter.
I'm old school. But, yeah.
I'm just on
it's,
Facebook.
Ben Stanley.
Anyway, guys, that's
give
first
me a
episode
shout.
of
That's
Bromance.
First episode. Well, we might be back for part 2.
Part 2.
But, yeah, it was lovely.
Great.
This went well.
Cheers, guys. Goodbye.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Bye-bye. Bye-bye. Bye-bye. Bye-bye.